Happy Monday, Soul Fam. Welcome back to this channel where we do tarot card readings every single Monday. If we haven't met before, my name is Frances, and if we have met before, hello, welcome back. So great to be connected with all of you who are here today. As always, we are working with the Four Noble Tarot deck. This deck is near and dear to my heart as I created it almost 2 years ago now. It comes with our 78 tarot cards and the guidebook, which has guidance on how to work with the cards as well as descriptions for each and every card. So if you are interested in purchasing that, I will leave the link to do so in the description box below. I can feel our teams coming in really fast, so let's dive right in. Please don't forget to subscribe to this video so you get these readings every Monday. However, if you are seeing this video after the week it was recorded, please trust that it found you at exactly the right time. All right, let's dive in. Working in the light and the highest for everyone here's greatest good and deepest understanding at this time. Keeping my energy on, cleansed and protected, and theirs as well. Welcoming in my spiritual team. And each and every person who is here, welcoming their team forward as well. All right. What do we need to know this week? Monday through Sunday. We ask for your guidance. We open for guidance now. A lot of flower imagery, tulips, the opening, this idea of spring, especially if you're in the northern hemisphere. If you're in the southern hemisphere, this idea of springtime energy, so new life, things starting to move, energy opening. I'm even hearing portals opening. So what they mean by that, I know that sounds like really woo-woo and weird, but what they mean by portals opening is kind of like new ways of being, new ways of living, new pathways to, your new way and what that means to you. Really beautiful. I love that. Okay, so lots of guidance. We have a single card, and two cards. So let's dive in. First card. Ooh, very interesting. Okay, Two of Swords. You may be faced with a decision this week. This could be anything as big as signing an agreement to ending a relationship, starting a new relationship, to what am I going to have for dinner? But what's important to understand with this card is decision making might feel challenging this week. And so the guidance coming through with Two of Swords is be very mindful to see beyond what is just right in front of you. It's very important that you are seeing past that. So let's use what's for dinner, for example, right? What am I having for dinner? Ooh, I really feel like, I don't know, insert desired food here. But let's say you have a gluten allergy and you are wanting mac and cheese. Well, please have gluten-free pasta, right? Let's say you're out to dinner and you're like, oh my God, mac and cheese sounds so good. Okay, yeah, I'm going for it. And then afterwards, you're like, why did I do that? I know, oh my God, there's the cutest little bird sitting out there. It has a red belly. I want to move the camera, but I know I'm going to mess up the framing afterwards. Oh, it's so cute. Hi. Do you have a message for us? Oh no, now my dog heard me. Sorry guys, I'm so distracted by this beautiful little bird. It's just sitting there. Okay, it flew away. Thank you for coming. Do you have a message? Was that from Spirit or was that just me being distracted? Presence. Okay, so to be in presence. That's what I was receiving from that bird. It was just sitting there like do, right? Very much in its own little world. And here I am like, oh, squirrel, right? Oh, bird. Oh, it's back. It's so cute. But presence, right? Presence here, not to understood, not to be distracted by all the things that are going on out here. So that's part two. I'm going to come back to that in a second of this decision-making card. But part one, to finish that message was, right, you're ordering your mac and cheese, but you were like, oh wait, I have a gluten intolerance. Why the heck did I do that? So when you're in that moment, try not to be impulsive and like mac and cheese sounds so good, right? Maybe we could have asked the server, hey, did you have gluten-free pasta? right? And so you could have still had what you wanted, but actually seeing through, like, I'm going to feel so sick later if I eat this because I have an intolerance or an allergy to this food. So why would I put myself through that? Even though I really want it and that's my impulse. They're saying it's important this week that you are navigating the difference between impulse and intuition. Impulse versus intuition. So impulsiveness is not thinking things through, not feeling into the body, not being mindful of the truth of yourself. Intuition is, maybe acting quickly, maybe not acting quickly. The speed doesn't matter. It's what it feels like in your body. And that's where the presence comes in. The ability to be present with yourself, not distracted by the noise, all the things. Well, you should do this. Well, you should do this. Well, it doesn't make sense to do this. Well, what about this? Well, blah, 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 blah. And rather coming into your presence, kind of similar guidance from that Hermit card last week of what do I know to be true to me? She's blindfolded. I actually don't need to see anything because the truth lies within. I can see the truth within. So this card this week is asking you presence, intuition versus impulsivity, if that's a word, and seeing beyond what is there in your decision making, kind of really thinking that decision through, seeing past the immediate now and the results of the decision and making sure that those results feel aligned with who you are and what you want for you. Okay? Cool. Exciting decisions this week. Okay, next card here, 9 of Cups. Feelings. Okay, so we have the brain, we have the feelings. So 9 of Cups. This card, though, feels like a breath of fresh air this week. It feels like this very joyous excitement. So I want you leaning into the joyous excitement and or creating the joyous excitement, especially if you have big decisions to make this week. We can get really stressed about that, right? Being in the in-between or not knowing what to do can feel so ungrounding, so stressful, so heavy. This 9 of Cups card is like, hey, wait. Remember, we are offered decisions in order to make life better or to make life more aligned. So what is joy to you? What does feel good to you? Let's make decisions in alignment with that feeling. And separately from the 2 of Swords card, just the 9 of Cups. This card is reminding you that life is supposed to be fun. So how can you invite play and fun this week? How can you let go of the things that maybe aren't bringing in the joyfulness that you so desire? Even if it's like, oh my gosh, you guys, this bird, now it's flying around right here. I don't know if you heard that. It was tweeting right here. Frances, focus. I need to practice our presence. But with the joy, but also maybe that was a good example of the joy, right? Like there is this bird. It's such a tiny little thing. There's birds everywhere. But playfulness in that, joyfulness in that, gratitude in just the moment, right? Finding joy in the present moment, even if that's a bird, a cup of tea, right? Letting yourself invite play. It's been a heavy couple of months. And again, this is like that breath of fresh air. So where can you invite play? Where can you invite joy? And what they were going to say before, even if you're like in an argument with a partner or whoever it may be, how can we try to come to a resolution very healthily, but maybe letting it go a little bit quicker to come back into connection? Because maybe that fight we don't need to hold on to. We tend to do that, right? We're like, but we have to make sure that it's like, whatever the reason. It's okay to just be like, okay, I feel like there was a resolution there. You see me, I see you. Okay, it's okay to just let go and move on and be happy now and enjoy our day or our night or our time together. So even where can you release the grip on things that aren't feeling good? And now that doesn't mean don't do those things, right? Don't resolve those things. That's important. But once there's resolution, once there's a decision made, it's okay to let go and just release and have fun. All right. So inviting joy this week. Okay. And then we have our 4 cards here. I feel like there's going to be a story here. Okay. Ooh. Okay. Woo. So a lot of echoed messages coming through in different ways. First card, Page of Wands, groundedness, making time for that presence, making time to ground, making time for yourself. It should feel like this. Look at her, right? She's like, ooh, I like this. This feels good. So going out into nature, maybe this is a joyful experience for you, but it's very much about grounding truly, truly into yourself, into earth energy, connecting with earth energy, Pachamama, Gaia, Mother Earth, whatever it is that you feel connected to, no matter where you live, grass, sand, dirt, rocks, whatever it is, birds, find a way to connect with nature because she is speaking through us this week. And so I want you to not only receive from her in whatever way you want to, but also just grounding is scientifically proven to calm the nervous system down. So coming back to a place of stillness and slowness, because again, we've had so much churned up energy these past few months. Finally, we're on the other side. Finally, we're done with that full moon. We're done with Mercury retrograde. We're out of eclipse season, like coming back down and out. So it's really connecting back down with earth. Again, so much astrologically moving up here. Now it's time to come back down to earth. So please, please invest some time into grounding this week, okay? And then we have the strength card. This is, repeating the message of intuition versus impulsivity. The strength card calls upon your inner strength, your inner wisdom, your inner guidance, not to be impulsive. It's so much easier to be impulsive than it is to be intuitive. So much easier to be impulsive, right? Oh, I'll just do this. And then afterwards, we're like, oh my gosh, I created a big mess for myself. I got to go back and clean that up. So that's why this presence, this Page of Wands guidance is going to give you the strength, give you the patience, give you the presence, give you the power to not feel like you're in that rushed energy where you have to decide, go, move, boom, boom. But instead you can be still, feel connected to earth energy, supported by that earth energy, supported by self, and act upon intuition versus impulse. So important this week. If it helps you, I want you to not make any decisions until you've sat on it, meditated on it, whatever it is, for at least 5 minutes. That's still very fast, but minimum 5 minutes before you make decisions. Okay, that's gonna allow you that time. Because again, we are being guided to honor the emotions, not the thinking brain decisions. I should do this. Not the impulsive, which is typically a fear response. I should do this because I don't want that. But actually, King of Cups, we are the master of our emotions. Things are supposed to feel good. So, master of our emotions, not reacting or responding based on fear versus intuition, right? Those emotions, those thoughts, it's like, no. What do I actually want? What do I know to be true? Okay, now I can make my choice. Now I can take my action based on what feels good, not in reactivity to what doesn't feel good. They keep saying this message. What does feel good? We are not making ego-based decisions this week. We are not making fear-based decisions this week. We are making highest self-decision, action, choice that feels good because we are worthy of that in this King energy, right? We are worthy of receiving. And in doing all this work, remember we were talking about the portal when I was pulling cards, the portal energy coming into something new, moving from one way to the next. Well, here it is, 10 of Swords, endings, cutting cords, letting go, new ways of being. With the ending comes the beginning. With the death comes the rebirth. So in doing all this work, you're actually starting a new way of making decision, a new way of taking action, a new way of living your life from a place of joy and intuition instead of reactivity, impulsivity, and making decisions based on fear. I think yes, please to that, right? We accept that because what a beautiful way to live, knowing that joy is your birthright. Alignment is your birthright. We just get so distracted by those big feelings, by those loud thoughts, by the expectation of society or of ourselves, that we just start acting without thinking, without feeling, without knowing. No more. This is the week to begin that new way, moving through that portal, whatever it is for you, into my divine right is joy and to live in alignment and connection. In order to do that, I need to slow down. I need to tune in. I need to listen. I need to identify what joy feels like for me. What doesn't feel joyful for me? I need to give myself time to decide, to move, to think, to feel, to tune in. And so I ground. And so I see what's beyond just here and receive from here as well. Because I am strong enough to act on intuition, even if it doesn't always make sense. But I know it will bring me joy. I know it will bring me alignment. So that person that made fear-based decisions, that acted without checking in first, that didn't give myself time to ground, to pause, to be, no more. I allow that version of me to die, and I begin to be born into this new version of me that knows that life is meant to feel good for the most part. Of course, we're going to have our bad days, our hard days. But life is meant to feel good and joyful and playful and happy and connected. And I have time to create that. Yeah, because final piece here with birth, we are born a baby. This is going to take time to grow, right? So don't expect this to be all of a sudden, oh yeah, I'm super intuitive and creating the space. This is going to take time. So give yourself grace as you're creating these new processes and new habits and new mindsets for yourself. But it begins now. Yeah. If you allow it, if you accept it, if you want it. Yeah. All right, everyone. That was beautiful. Thank you. Thank you, teams. If you received something from this video, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you feel called to donate to what I call the love jar, this is my PayPal donation link. This helps me to show up with energy for you every single week. So thank you so much in advance for those. And for those of you who do donate, I see you. Every penny is so appreciated. So thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. If you haven't already, please don't forget to subscribe to this channel and send it to a friend or a loved one who you think would receive something from it. I'm sending so much love to you, and I look forward to connecting with you next Monday.